So we're going to do a live game review this time. I will probably be going back over the game and adding in some stuff because it'd probably be a bit boring because certain parts of the game I'm just going to be focusing on playing well and probably won't have a lot of exciting things to say because we still want this to be a good game that where I'm not just playing like trash, just to say entertaining things. I'm going to try to go back over and add in some insights and parts of the video that get kind of boring. So base kind of thoughts here. See, Hecarim is going to be superior in probably team fighting. He will be inferior in the fact that he will farm slower. He is worse at taking objectives. He is worse at taking towers. So Udyr can take towers far more quickly than Hecarim. Udyr can take objectives far more quickly. Udyr can farm in the jungle far more quickly than Hecarim. Hecarim, however, will probably be superior in team fighting. So that's kind of the reality of the situation. Vayne bottom lane win rate is not very good. I wouldn't say that Vayne is a high win rate champion in the bottom lane right now. Swain and Valkaz, however, are very high win rate champions in the bottom lane currently. So I would expect our bottom lane to be going better. Probably most likely they will get an advantage. This will allow the Udyr, who is me, to take lots of dragons and hopefully Rift Heralds as well. My general thoughts are the odds of Viger getting equal skill to Ahri and having an advantage in the first early stages of the game, to me, is not likely. Ahri is far better at reaching and affecting the side lanes. Ahri is just safer in terms of harder to gank. So ultimately, way in the late game, Viger will probably do more damage than Ahri. And potentially have more crowd control, but until Viger is completing his entire first item plus boots, there's very, very unlikely to think that he will have a greater impact unless he's just a far superior player. So obviously Viger's just a much better player, then he could be more effective, but in general I would assume Ahri is going to be more effective for the early stages of the game. So the win condition for this game is basically 3 dragons in a row. For my team as Udyr, we basically have to say Dragon Soul just immediately. Like, that is our win condition. If we lose like a early dragon, we have a very low chance of winning. It's not impossible, but if we start losing the early dragons, they would definitely say, the other team has a better chance of winning in that stage. So definitely don't want to fight Vayne at level 1 as Udyr. It's not going to go well. It'll be very terrible. We got that ward down though. There's a small chance that Hecarim will start at my blue. It's not impossible. I've seen it happen before. If you're a jungler, I could just walk to his red and start at his red. I've seen that before. It's not actually a impossible thing to play against because I can just take all of these camps and it doesn't really hurt me that much that my blue buff is gone because the jungle items give an enormous amount of mana regen. So it's not something that would just destroy me, but it's still preferable to have the blue buff, for sure. Oh, sure. Alright, so I am just going to go with the highest golden XP jungle path, which is to take these golems first, and after my first recall, I will go directly back to the golems. And the goal here is to get level 4 at a very efficient timing, so that I can, potentially threaten an early dragon if Hecarim is a little bit lazy and thinks that he can just gank top whenever he wants, gets low HP from a top gank, suddenly the dragon's gone. So keep the Hecarim a little bit honest in terms of how often he's ganking. If he's not careful, Udyr will just suddenly sleek away with an early dragon. Something that the Hecarim will have to be aware of. So Udyr will definitely have the advantage in pace of getting minions, as I said before. Udyr's definitely much faster in terms of farming minions when compared to the Hecarim. Definitely much faster taking objectives, takes less damage from objectives. It's really not a terrible start here for the Udyr player. So, let's see here, we can actually save the smite and still be full HP, which is something that we're very close to it. Something that not a lot of champions can do. So here is Hecarim. He's going to, he wants to try to take the Scuttle Crab. I don't really care about that. It's not super important to me. If he wants to take the Scuttle, I don't care. Let him have it. I'm all for it. I'm already level 4. I'm going to come down here. I can sneak away this dragon super early. Not a lot of fear in that situation. So I can get this item here. I can get a pink ward. And this early Udyr dragon is looking definitely possible. You can see here that Hecarim is level 3 only. And he has not bought items. He does, however, have biscuits. So this could be threatening to me. That Hecarim has biscuits. This means he can actually do a lot more farming before he recalls. He'll have a very powerful first buy, so potentially be something that was not anticipated by me. This could potentially be bad. So we want to continuously say this is the actually most efficient jungle pathing in terms of just getting gold and experience from the jungle camps. So if I take these raptors and Scuttle Crab, I will actually be level 5. Right when right around the dragon spawns, which is actually really good. You see Hecarim did go to top lane. You see there. So we'll have to see if he's smart. He will want to come down to this dragon as quickly as he can. The Hecarim. We'll have to see if he does it though. Here's a ward. Here's a pink ward. Absolute worst case scenario, I can just flash over the wall. But really with Shi, I should be taking this dragon super quickly. So unless the Hecarim just goes straight down to dragon, I should be pretty safe. So the next objective is the Rift Herald and the first tower. So we definitely need first tower. We're pretty much 100% done. So everything is kind of according to plan so far. In terms of my play, I have a 15 CS lead, which is almost entirely makes up for the kill difference. The value of the dragon is about 1 kill. Once it's given to my entire team, it scales up to 1 kill at a certain stage. It's actually not there right now. You see, it's about 4 armor magic resist for the entire team, which is 40. Or sorry, 20. So what is 20 armor cost? About 400 gold. So it's actually, the dragon is actually just a kill in terms of the amount of resources that it gives. So I'm actually ahead of Hecarim. Right, I have a 20 CS lead, and I also have the dragon, which makes up entirely for the kill that Hecarim got. Obviously there's also assist gold on the opponents, but just in terms of straight up who's contributed more at this stage, it's actually Udyr. This guy should be pretty screwed here as well. If he's not careful. Looks like he's gonna die here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he's dead. For sure. It's really bad for him. Just have to get in close range so I'm not taking a lot of damage from his... yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is definitely a good game for the Udyr, who is myself. We have Dragon. We've already traded back that kill from Hecarim. However, Hecarim did actually farm instead of ganking again. So it's actually not as bad as Zac from the last game. Hecarim's actually getting resources for himself, for sure. So there's potentially... Hecarim can actually potentially kill me here if we're not careful. But we should be able to get the first tower on Darius. We just ran him down and kill him multiple times. So you see how the bottom lane is going. Yeah, our bottom lane is definitely winning here. That's what we kind of anticipated in the pregame. So the next dragon is in 2 minutes, so I have time to take all these camps, you know, full clear, and then recall. And no, it's not more efficient to just ignore my camps and run all the way down to that spot. It's not. Okay. So there's no chance in hell that I get there in time. So here's what happens. My team thinks that they can fight. What they don't realize is that actually we're taking the Rift Herald, so it's actually a terrible time to be fighting as well. If your team you have 2 people up here taking Rift Herald, it's probably not a good time to try to fight because you're outnumbered. So you probably just wait until the Rift Herald goes down and then, you know, just be safe. So I can actually get experience here. Let's say counter jungle me. Oof. Okay, this is actually not as good as I thought. So Hecarim took my entire jungle. So this Hecarim is definitely much better than the Zac that I played against last game. So it looks like here pretty much pretty even in terms of actually the game, how the game is going. Pretty even. Because again, that dragon is actually worth about a kill in gold. Here we have our mythic item. We get boots. Here. Alright. Yeah, so Hecarim is farmed pretty well. He only ganked twice. He had one kind of, you know, scuttle skirmish. It's not technically a gank. Okay, here's Hecarim. Okay, I just get my dragon there. Because Hecarim just lost all of his health trying to fight Ari. So that was really, really bad from the Hecarim. That's a really, 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 really bad trade. Okay, so this Rift Scuttler is no longer alive. So this dragon should be free. Bottom lane is nowhere to be found. I'm pretty sure that they recalled. It's possible that their bottom lane is coming through here to just kill me. Yeah, I'm just dead. Just dead. This is actually just entirely my bottom lane's fault. They're just fucking morons. You need to react to the dragon's bottom lane. Really bad play. Really fucking horrible play. So that should have been free second dragon. We will not pity the defenseless. But instead they just fucked around and let Vayne kill me. So that's really, really, really terrible. It's like dog shit. it's like the only way I can describe that bottom lane play is just dog shit, straight up. Really, really terrible.
Do not deny your instincts, son.
So I may even use, I have to use this here as well. So we lost our Rift Herald as well because the bottom lane just trashed the dragon. Just said, you know, just farm. It's fine. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So we lost the Rift Herald. We lost our dragon. Fucking help dragon now. Jesus. Holy Jesus. It's like, let these bot laners grow a brain. Grow brain, please, bot lane. Come to dragon.
Our instincts are razor sharp.
Okay, we have to be smart. There we go. Here they are. It's fucking like 3 minutes late, man. Like, we actually lost the entire game just because our bot lane did not want to help the dragon. So it's actually really terrible. Yeah, this game is over.
An ally has been slain.
It's garbage time, bot laners. There's actually no point in playing. We had free dragon, and you ignored it, and let Vayne kill me. Wake up.
Our rage is beyond your control.
Because you did not help. Okay.
Your turret has been destroyed.
So that was basically our only chance to win this game, was to take that second dragon. But our bottom lane just sat in lane and did nothing, and Vayne just walked in and got a kill for free. Stop talking, you're wrong. Laugh out loud. It's completely wrong. I did not have time to walk down to it. Not even close. Completely false. Watch the replay. You are wrong. If I can hack the game and teleport over walls, then yes, I could have gone down to them. But unfortunately, I can't actually hack the game. So no, I could not have gotten down to them on time. Okie dokie. So here's, if you had helped Dragon, I could have dropped Herald bot tower for first tower gold as well. So yeah, it's like a huge disgusting misplay from the bottom lane. It's really terrible. Not understanding the win condition of the game. Okay. It's actually one of the worst, like, just misunderstandings of the game that I've seen in a long time. Okay, so hopefully Ahri is weak. So Viger's flashing. Yeah, so Ahri is just terrible. This is not how Iger versus Ahri is supposed to go. It's like... this is not how Viger against Ahri is supposed to go. So this Viger is just far superior. Just way better player than Ahri. Because this is just trash garbage. It's like being doubled by Viger in CS. It's really terrible. Really terrible. Really below what you would expect from players who are equal skill level in the mid lane. Not the case. Really bad play. So we have maybe a 10% chance to win this game. Fucking garbage tier.
Our instincts are razor sharp.
Garbage tier players here. Viger has no flash. Okay, here we go. There we go. So the bottom lane is actually responding to doing things. So now we have a chance to win the game. When the bottom lane just stands in lane and just lets Vayne kill me a dragon, it's not the best play. So here's a bottom laner. If you see your jungler taking dragon, you should basically just respond to it instantly. So this guy will probably die. I'm just dead actually. So I didn't see Hecarim. It's okay. That's the kind of risks that you have to take when the skill difference between the players is actually this big. Unfortunately. So we had Swain just chilling out bottom lane again. It's brutal. Okay. So what can we do here to actually win the game? We have to get a lead when we're playing Udyr because Hecarim is better at team fighting. So you have to be aggressive. You have to get dragons if you want to win the game as Udyr. So if your bottom lane refuses to help you take dragon, you're not going to win the game very often. So it's just the way it goes, unfortunately.
An ally has been slain.
But we do actually have the build that we want to actually be effective in this game. Okay. This is what we want to do. It's actually not too terrible. This guy's dead. Unless Hecarim is going to ult like right now. Now he's dead. Okay. So you see, like, if my team is actually helping me, this Udyr is a very strong champion, but obviously I need my team to do something. Because Vayne obviously can just run away from Udyr forever. So this game really just comes down to them not helping me at that second dragon. Where Vayne just solo killed me. So I think they just don't understand that Udyr, the only win condition really for Udyr is to just take all of the dragons. It's basically the only way to win the game. But he can do it very efficiently. Just your bot lane has to actually understand that when Vayne just like disappears from the lane while Udyr is taking dragon, Vayne is probably going to dragon. And they had they had plenty of time to respond to the Vayne just disappearing from lane. And they just chose not to go to dragon. So, that's their choice. They say we want 4 CS and trade, dragon and kill to Vayne for 4 CS. It's probably the worst possible trade. It's like a 10-to-1 trade. So we're gonna do something that's 10 times worse, and pretend that we actually played well. It's about the attitude of what they're doing. Alrighty. So we actually have a very good build for the team that I'm playing against. We have the capability we should really have 3 dragons right now if the bottom lane responded. Unfortunately it didn't. So we're pretty much just screwed entirely. We've really taken miracles at this point. Really would take a miracle. So I want to flash onto the tower, but I'm not super optimistic about the level of my team actually reacting to my plays in this game specifically. So I'm going to opt into just not being so aggressive anymore. So they don't seem to be too excited about following me. Just be a little bit more passive here. It's kind of interesting that Vayne is playing the flank. Okay, so this is really, really bad. They're just not amazing players, honestly. We can actually take Baron if we want to. This game should have been way easier than it is, though. Like, they still have the superior scaling. Scaling, like, just in terms of how, like, with full items, they will probably win. Most likely. So it seems to be the trend. It's like Viger and Viger can just one-shot Ahri, like, later in the game, pretty much. Just Q R dead. Doesn't even need stun. So Ahri can obviously outplay with Zhonya's Hourglass. It makes it a little bit more difficult for Viger. So once Ahri gets Hourglass, if Ahri gets Hourglass, Viger probably won't be trying to focus down the Ahri. In which case he'll probably switch to Void Staff and just try to instant kill the Udyr. So it's good that I have this Negatron cloak. So just to be clear about the dragon fight, I wasn't saying, what I was saying was when they saw me start dragon, the bottom lane should have walked up the river at the exact moment that I started dragon. So I wasn't saying that they were responding too low once Vayne was spotted. What I'm saying is they should have walked to dragon when they saw me start dragon. That's what I was saying, just to be clear. Alrighty, here we go, boys. I have to kill Darius, or else you can get stacks. So definitely have to get this guy out of the fight. It's really bad. I cannot stay here. Okay, I'm dead. Nope, I'm alive. Falcon's got a slow. Oh my goodness. So you can see that we should really be fighting for Dragon Soul right now, if the bottom lane played correctly. And actually, you know, prioritize Dragon over 4 minion kills, then we would actually be fighting for Dragon Soul. So this is actually really, really atrocious dragon control by the bottom lane. We should easily have taken every dragon with this, you know, bottom lane difference. Unfortunately, it's not how it works. So the bottom lane actually has to walk to the dragon to be able to get dragon. They literally let Vayne just walk all the way around like this and just kill me. And they just stood there and did nothing. So, sure. Really bad. This is also terrible what they're doing right here. There could be 2 people just like right here waiting to kill them. Like they can't actually do that. It's not a good idea. We have no vision on any of the enemies. They could all be right here, just waiting to kill the bottom lane. You can see there's 3 people there. Ugh. Why do you not help take dragon? Fucking let Vayne win 1v3.
Our instincts are razor sharp.
Fucking joke. For 4 lane minions, you let Vayne win 1v3. Really, really trash garbage trash can level of, you know, it's like garbage can IQ levels from Valkaz and Swain. Strike's dead. I can probably kill everyone here. For sure. It should be dead. Already. So frustrating. Just like 4 minions is not worth more than helping me take dragon.
We will not.
I was on 20% HP. I needed to heal off cards.
Do not deny your instincts, summoner.
Second. Watch the replay. Stop talking. You're full of shit. This is completely just bullshit. Alright, see what we can do here. So just to be clear, I have 4 more kills than Hecarim. I have 3 more assists than Hecarim.
Razor sharp.
So like in terms of jungle difference, it's not even close. Like I'm doing way better than the Hecarim in terms of my contribution to the game. So the idea that this game is like even remotely my fault is just like a disgusting statement to make.
An ally has been slain.
Our rage is beyond your control.
Okay, so I have the penetration for Wit's End and Divine Sunder. I have my heal reduction for the Vayne. So he's dead.
That is our path. We will not be.
It's an epic dive onto tank Udyr. It's amazing play. Oh. Okay, I actually have to defend this tower. Man, we should have Dragon Soul, honestly. If this game was like just like one difference of just them walking to Dragon would actually probably just give us Dragon Soul. Just watch a dragon like on the second dragon instead of just letting Vayne just wreck. So he even got Vayne down to like 200 health. Or like 1/3 or 1/4 health. Just solo.
Rage is beyond your control.
Really shouldn't have been too difficult for them to make that situation, turn that second dragon into our dragon extremely easily. No, you cannot. Vayne is taking a red buff. Alright, so I got trashed really hard by Vayne in that last fight. She does a lot of damage, but I don't have any reliable way to say I can stop her from damaging me without just getting one shot by the Vigor, whatever you want to call it. So it's just like, this is really tough for me to itemize. So I'm kind of just gonna say, just to get Hex Drinker for the Vigor, just to say that like I don't want to. Maybe he just won't attack me because he thinks that I reduce too much damage. Let's see. Oh, I thought it would expire. It's okay. So he's picking up a kill onto the Vayne. It's helpful. So I'm still doubling kill participation of the enemy jungler. It's almost triple at this stage. So still not too worried about that part of it. Ari's gonna die here, but that's okay. Straka's most likely dead. Oh, okay, let's come back on here. Just kill this. Vayne's going to. Oh, Vayne's dead. She's gonna come back in this fight though, so it's not like just completely off the map. There she is. So we still have to be kind of careful about this Vayne. Yeah, Liger's just gonna recall. We can actually take this Baron for sure. They don't want to though. Yeah, no smite. Baron. It's okay. I think that Warmogs, I just have to build Warmogs, honestly, I think. As much as I don't want to. I think I have to. Because Warmogs just, like, combat effectiveness from Warmogs is not amazing, but what happens is, if I get zoned and have to flash out of the fight and run away, just come back and force me. So, it's a potential to really just be super strong in that sense. It's really gross that we have to actually fight for Dragon Soul when we're playing Udyr. We should just be able to easily get all of the dragons. Okay, this game is over. Those are just completely incorrect. Liger, let's go. Nice. This guy's probably. Oh my goodness. No, Ari. Wow, we got destroyed. I'm trying to figure out what happened. Why did that go so poorly? It's really interesting. It's probably because we gave Vayne free kills instead of taking Dragon. It makes me so angry, just like the level of negligence to just like watch Udyr take Dragon. just like in farm 4 minions. Just like not even try to secure the objective. Just like stand in lane. Really, really gross. I still think it was an okay move to just burst the Soraka instantly. I didn't anticipate that Darius would just be able to like Darius Hecarim just like 1v3. It's really interesting. Well, this is what happens if you don't. You have to take Dragon Soul. You're like 4-0 to win the game. If you are not controlling Dragon, spot lane, you have 0 chance to win. So obviously, like, my team just didn't fed, so there's 0 chance of winning at that point. Okay, the moment that Vel'Koz and Swain did not help secure a second dragon, we lost the game.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Like that. That's actually like the seriousness of that situation. So I literally did everything correctly leading up to that play. Then you did nothing.